I was very disappointed in the way that President Ramaphosa of South Africa conducted himself with President Trump.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all of you, my dear kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters here in the continent, and all of you who are in the diaspora. You are most welcome. At the beginning, that was the Pan-Africanist, Dr. Ifatunde Johnson, from the United States of America, who will be in South Africa this July at the Pan-African gathering, where the aim is to awakening Africans and to reclaim our continental heritage. One of the things that Ifatunde is going to share is the issue of the land. You heard how he was disappointed by the president of South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa, the way he presented the matter of the land in South Africa. My dear lovely family, all of us, we know that when we talk about the land, we talk about richness, we talk about resources, because everything is on the land. You may ask yourself why we need to come together as Africans to reclaim our continental heritage. It's because we want economic freedom, and we cannot attain economic freedom if we don't have the land. If we have the land, it means we have resources. All those resources are coming from the land. If you talk about oil, you talk about minerals, you talk about agriculture, you talk about water, all are coming from the land. So without the land, it means you have nothing. That's why Dr. Ifatunde Johnson will share his thoughts, ideas to South Africans this July in Soweto to reclaim our continental heritage. And we hope Dr. Ifatunde will meet with leaders such as Julius Malema, the leader of MK Party, Jacob Zuma, and some ANC members to share thoughts on how we can reclaim our heritage. One thing that right now Africa, especially in South Africa, black people are at crossroad is the issue of the land. And the whole day you heard the story of America talking about sanctioning, talking about stopping South Africa from taking back the land, about white genocide. They think that was not right. And we hope maybe if we come together like this, we can tell the world that there's no white genocide in South Africa. People are living in a peaceful life. No one is being killed. And especially it is black people who are suffering with the shortage of place to work. Black people, they cannot feed themselves. And that's why you remember even Donald Trump said there's no black farmer. Because black people in South Africa, yes, there are black farmers in South Africa, but it looks like we black people cannot feed ourselves. So we are being fed by white people. That's why even Trump believes that there's no black farmer. So I think we need to come together to join Dr. Homer and other Pan-Africanists to tell the world the truth and to awakening ourselves and to see how we can reclaim our continental heritage. Apart from that, my dear lovely family, there's something that I want to share. Of course, Dr. Ifatunde has touched it. We Africans, the way we interpret things, especially when we talk about freedom. Right now, we are talking about total freedom, because we have this political freedom where we can elect our leaders, we can become leaders, we can be elected, we can join any political parties. But those are just things that was put into something called democracy. And democracy is not a true freedom for Africans, because even democracy was not initiated in Africa. We have our own kind of democracy, but the current democracy that we have are these periodic elections and multipartism, and whether you are going to be elected or you are going to elect someone. I think that it was not our founding fathers we are fighting for. Our founding fathers fought for freedom, and that's what we want, freedom. not democracy. Right now, politicians and those people who want to manipulate Africa and want to control Africa, they have introduced something in our heads to believe that democracy is more than freedom. Right now, Africans, politicians are putting pressure on something called democracy. I have no problem with democracy, but the way democracy is being used in Africa is like Trojan horse, because we have been told that if you have democracy, you have multipartyism, you are going to attain development. But ask yourself, after these democratic elections, periodic democratic election, and these things, what have we achieved as Africans? South Africa has 30 years since democratic election. Our black people get what they want, because our founding fathers was not a fought for democracy, was fought for freedom, taking back our land. Through this democracy, have we achieved to take back the land to the rightful owners? So you can see, and they have tried to manipulate us, to make us to believe that democracy is everything. But my dear lovely family, Africans, we need to introduce our own governance system. I've been saying this many times. We need to move out of this Western governance. I'm very happy countries such as Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, they have introduced their own governance system. Burkina Faso has declared already that Burkina Faso is not a democratic country, is a revolutionary country. So we wish other African countries to find the best way of ruling themselves. What the people of Africa want is development. We want to see how we can create jobs. We want to see how we can participate in development, how we can solve our challenges. That is our problems. How we can feed ourselves, how we can process our natural resources, we can add value. That's what Africans want. We are not interested with this, what we call periodic election. Look, countries such as UK, there's no election for queen or for king, but they are thriving. They are doing well. So even we Africans, we can have our own governance system as long as we attain development. So I think we need to move out of lies. We need to move out of propagandas. We need to move out of this manipulation. We need to attain freedom, the freedom that will bring Africans on the table, not as a diner, but as a consumer of the food, not fighting for scrum, but as the one who is going to consume the food. But right now, we are on the table as a food. We are being consumed. That's why you see these summits. We are being called in France. We are being invited in China. We are being invited in America, everywhere, in Russia, wherever. But if we can attain freedom, total freedom, I think we can be in the right direction. And that can be obtained if Africans, we can decide to come together. While the world is trying to come together, Africans, we are continuing to be divided. We are continuing to be divided, and we feel that by aligning with others, we are safe. So we need to align with ourselves. So I'm very happy to see Dr. Ifatunde will share his thoughts with South Africans. We need more of this gathering, but also the most important is actions. Yes, we meet, but we don't take any actions. We have energies, we have conscience, but when it comes to take actions, that's where Africans, we are failing. Even our leaders, maybe it's because of politics. Politics is just talking. In Africa, if we are talking more, it is just politics. We need actions. So myself, I have started taking action to find the land where I can invest more, because I know if you have a land, you can do agriculture, you can keep cattle, you can invest in, they can do industrialization, anything is done on the land. So, my dear lovely family, I'm very happy for being with me in this moment. Thank you for being part of this revolution. And if you are new in this platform, make sure that you subscribe and in order to become a family member. And also, if you have already subscribed, please share the video to other Africans here in the continent and to those who are in the diaspora. And also like the video. If you have solutions, please share your solutions through the comment section. This is our platform where we come together as Africans to share our thoughts, ideas, and most important, to find best solutions for our challenges. We can, we must, we have to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make African great. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Africa.